Hello and welcome back, team. Now, starting to do some live streams for you guys, and this is sort of the first live stream or weekly live stream that I'm going to be doing. So, of course, I'm going to have the live streams that I do every Sunday evening, which is the Let's Talk trading series, where we do a rundown of how the week has gone, pretty much, and then, of course, what we're looking for in the week that is to come. Okay, the week that is commencing. So but these live streams, I just sort of want to do every evening, and just sort of talk about what is going on. Maybe look at some coins that any of you guys suggest, and just connect with you guys and sort of get your opinions on the market as well, and just sort of talk about the trades that I've taken during the day. So if that sounds interesting, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe of course if you are new, and turn the bell notification on so you never miss any of these live streams. Now at some point I will do them at a set time. However, I'm just gonna have, because I've only just started doing this, I'm gonna have to just sort of figure out when the best time to do it is. It is quite late here in the UK, almost 10 o'clock here. But then I understand that in America it is still almost 5 o'clock from what I believe. So let's jump into it. Let's jump into what is currently going on, what I'm expecting for the price of Bitcoin, and the trades that I am in as well. Because as you can see right here, I have now managed to put my trade up on the screen as well, so you can actually see the current trade that I am in as of right now. Okay, this is one of many trades that I am in as of right now, and this was a long trade that I actually entered into today. So I actually entered into 2 trades today. Both of them were long positions. Now let's actually talk about that. So let's head over to the Visionary Discord, and of course if you want access to this Visionary Discord where I give all of my trades away, click the first link in the description. It will take you over to this page right here where you can gain access to the Visionary Discord. We do have a 1-day free trial, so make sure you take advantage of that. No details are required, hit over here. You can gain access to the Visionary membership, of course, and you get access to the Discord, and you get access to the education we have for you there as well. The Visionary free trial just gives you access to the Visionary Discord for that 1 day. So make sure you take advantage of that. Scroll through the Discord and see if it is something for you. But if we go and take a look at... let's take a look at from today. Okay, so April the 1st, of course, it is a new month. Let's start off where I started this morning. So at 7:20 a.m. this morning, I told the team that it was a long for me. Okay, this was the long setup that I was looking for, and it was a long position that I was looking for prior to this as well. So back here, when price was pulling back into this GP786 level, okay, it might be easier if we actually take a look at it on the chart here. Let's get rid of this analysis just for now. Okay, so initially what I was looking at, okay, was we have the fib pulled, okay, from the range low to this recent high that we made here, and the GP786 was coming in this level right here. We also had the VWAP coming in fairly close confluence with it as well. So for me, this was a strong level that I was looking to take a long off of. Now I didn't enter into the long, and the reason I didn't enter into the long was because yes, we were coming into the GP in 786 and we were looking bullish. And when I mean we were looking bullish, if we come over to let's look at it on the 1 hour. So if we actually come over, and I'm actually just going to get rid of this for a second so that you can see, as we were seeing price come down, so this is the exact same price action. It may look confusing, but it's the exact same price action as we are seeing in this area right here. And as price was pulling back into this GP786 level, what were we seeing in the order flow? Well, we were seeing short absorption. So right here we were observing short absorption because price was making really nice higher lows, as you can very clearly see there, but the CVD was indicating to us that shorts were opening, okay, as the CVD over time is getting lower. So it's indicating that shorts were opening. We can even zoom into the actual candles and we can have a look at those shorts, okay. We can see minus 8.6, minus 7.2, minus 1.8, minus 6.5, minus 8.1, minus 1.8, minus 7.3. You get the gist of it, okay. Minus 13 million, okay, minus 5 million, minus 18 million, okay. You get the gist of it. We're having aggressive shorting coming in, and as we are seeing this aggressive shorting, price is obviously making those higher lows. What does this tell us? Well, it tells us that there are a series of large buy limit orders, or it could just be one large buy limit order down here, which is absorbing all of these shorts that we are seeing here, and eventually it will absorb all of the shorts, and then we get a move towards the upside, okay, because of course everyone who is short here and they, you know, okay, these shorts are getting absorbed, right? Okay, all of these shorts get absorbed by the long, okay, which then pushes that price higher, and that's, you know, exactly what we saw right here, okay. We saw that rise towards the upside, okay, and you know, this was would have been a really nice trade, okay, but personally for me, I didn't take the trade because I would have, when I enter into a trade, I like to look for 3 bits of confluence, okay. Now here for me there was only 2 bits of confluence. We had the GP 786 level, and then we had short absorption. For me, I would have liked to see one more little bit of confluence to give me the confidence to enter into the long. And for me, you know, that would have been the VWAP, tapping that VWAP. And unfortunately, we didn't quite tap that. So for me, there was no long to be had there. Okay, but then this morning, as we can see on the Visionary Discord, I entered into a long right here. And yeah, that was off of this right here. So if we pull up the fib again, okay, we can actually see that price pulled back into the fib. And what did it do? Well, it tested the VWAP exactly like I wanted to see right here, okay, but it did it a little bit later on. Ooh, there we go. Okay, we can see that price has pulled back into the GP 786 area and has tapped that VWAP pretty much to the dollar, and we got a nice bounce towards the upside. So for me, this was looking very bullish, and is which you know, is why I entered into the long position, okay. And as you can see, we did get a nice, you know, reaction off of the level, and then we did start to get some follow through, but then we did come into some major resistance, which is the mid-range of the parallel channel here, and that came in confluence with the POC, as you can see right here. So for me, you know, I was taking profits at this level, okay. As you can see here, I let the team know TP1 zone. Why was that? Well, we were coming into the mid-range, and we were also coming into the POC as well. So as you can see, you know, I've taken a TP1 on that long, and then what actually happened with that long position is that we did see the price pull back, of course, because we did get this sharp move towards the downside, and we did get stopped out of that. So that trade sort of ended in a bit of a break even, maybe even in a slight loss because of the fees, okay, but it was pretty much a break even trade, that one. So we can sort of disregard that trade. You know, I'm not too bothered about that. I like the setup. The setup was really nice. You know, 3 bits of confluence. We had amazing short absorption as we were coming down. Tap that VWAP pretty much to the dollar. GP 786, lovely reaction. Okay, we just didn't quite get that follow through because we did come into a lot of resistance above us, okay, which is, you know, what we have to be aware of as of right now as well, because remember, we are in a new long position, okay. If you are a Visionary member on the Visionary Discord, okay, you know that I am currently in a long position. You can see it right there as well. Of course, I will talk about that. So we did get the pullback. So let's just bring up the pencil. As you can see, we got the pullback, broke the VWAP, okay, and then where did we go after we broke the VWAP? Well, after we broke the VWAP, as you can see here, we came all the way down to range low at 68,262, okay. Remember, we have range high. Let's zoom out slightly. We have range high at $71,870. Let's get rid of the VWAP for now. Yeah, so we have range high here, range low down here, and what did we do? Okay, we SFP'd the range low. Now this is just a very simple trade entry. Very simple, okay? When you're trading a range like this and you get an SFP of the range high, an SFP of the range low, that is one of the most simplest entries that you can get into a trade, and that's exactly what I told the team here, okay? Simple long with simple invalidation. You know, SFPs are just amazing because, like I said there, it gives you a simple long, okay? It's very easy to just long it, okay? And it gives you a really easy invalidation as well. So, you know, I do really like these trade setups. And as you can see, we are in some really, really nice profit. If we come and have a look here, you can see 83% in a profit as of right now, $3,784 unrealized. And then of course we have taken a TP. Let's go over to the Visionary Discord. So I did tell the team I have taken a TP1, as you can see right there, taken a TP1. And yeah, as you can see, realized is $2,524, as you can see right there. So yeah, really, really profitable trade. And yeah, I am just looking for higher. So as you can see here, I would like to see the value area low being reclaimed and the POC and the mid-range being broken, and then I'd be happy to see value area high and even range high. So what I'm telling the team here is that, you know, we're still in this range and we're going to have resistance above us. We are in this range. POCs, value area lows if we're below them, and mid-range if we're below them, are going to act as you know, kind of a ceiling, you know, a bit of resistance. Of course, we can smash through that and then come up to the roof, which, you know, is going to be more like the value area high and the range high as well. Okay, but we need to get above these levels because, as you can see, what happened today is that, well, this morning when we entered into the long, what happened is we actually saw a rise towards the upside after entering into the long. We tapped the mid-range almost to the dollar in confluence with the POC, and then we got a rejection. So we know that this is resistance, okay? So we know that if price is going to get rejected at these levels here, then we could be looking for another move towards the downside, taking us back down to range low, okay? That is, you know, a very high probability. So we do just have to be aware of that, okay? And we have to remember that to become profitable trading, you have to take profits along the way up. You have to, okay? And that is why we are taking profits at resistance. That's exactly why I have taken profit at resistance as well, okay? As you can see, we are actually starting to do what I said I would like to see, which is actually reclaim value area low, okay? So if we extend the value area low briefly, okay, as you can see here, we are starting to reclaim it. We've claimed it, we've back tested it, and we are getting a little bounce off of it, okay? Maybe we'll retest it again and get another bounce, then we'll come up to the mid-range and POC. If we can break that, okay, then we're looking for value area high and possibly even range high, okay? So, you know, this is a really, really nice trade, but we are just coming into resistance right now. So we do just have to be aware of that. And we do initially want to break above that if we want to see this trade reaching, you know, the value area high and of course the range high, which are going to be those next TP levels, okay? So if we get to those levels, then I'm more than happy to take another TP off of this trade, okay? I'm not looking to hold the whole of this trade open till all-time high. Of course, the goal will be to hold a portion of this trade up to all-time high if we do see the opportunity, i.e., okay, we get a break towards the range high and we see follow through, okay? Because, you know, we have to remember there's a possibility we come range high, we short range high, back down to range low, we get stopped out of the long. Of course, I will move the stop loss to entry, okay? So, you know, we won't turn a winning trade into a losing trade, and we won't do that anyway because, you know, we've already taken I've already taken 50% profit out of the trade anyway. So even if this trade does get stopped out, as of right now, you know, it is only going to be a break-even trade. But to be honest with you, it's probably a good idea if I move the stop to entry. So I'm actually just gonna do that. I'm gonna move the stop to entry, because I've taken some really nice profit off of this trade, you know, $2,500 realized profit. Okay, so I'm happy with that. You know, you have to remember, this is one day, you know, this is a single day, and I've already made $2,520 realized profit. Okay, so, you know, I'm happy with that. So I am just going to move that stop loss to entry. Let's put it up a little bit higher so that I don't lose anything on fees. Yeah. 86,610. Okay, let's put that there. Okay, so stop loss has been moved to entry. So now this is a completely risk-free trade. This is a completely free trade now. Okay, so yeah, even if price does you know, use these levels as strong resistance like it did right here, and we got the rejection, okay, then I'm happy with that. It's fine. I'm not too bothered because I've moved the stop loss to entry. As you can see here, I've already taken 50% out of the trade. So, you know, I'm more than happy to just let the rest of the trade ride. Of course, I will be looking to take profits along the way up. You know, like I said, value area high, range high. Those are going to be, you know, my next, you know, TP targets towards the upside. So, yeah, it's just remaining patient for those levels. Or, again, if we get stopped out at entry, not too bothered at all. Already taken a really nice profit. And you have to remember, you know, this is just 1 day of trading. Okay, so you know, you can't complain with it, really, can you? So yeah, yes. I hope this stream is. I haven't actually checked the stream, but I hope the stream is doing okay. I don't actually think anyone is well, anybody is in the stream, but yeah, if there is anyone here, let me know in the comments if it is all good. I'm just actually gonna check it myself as well. Okay, so it seems to be working okay. It may be a little bit laggy, you know. My Wi-Fi isn't the best. I live in the middle of nowhere, and I'm trying to get it sorted out. So yeah, I'll just have to deal with it for now. But yeah, hopefully it's all okay. If anyone's here, let me know how it's going. But yeah, I mean, this is just a really nice range to be trading, to be honest with you. Now, it has been quite frustrating because, you know, we entered into a long here, okay, and it took ages and ages and ages for price to finally get that big move towards the upside, okay. And we actually entered into a long here as well, so we entered into 2 trades there. So we made, you know, a really nice, we took really nice advantage of that rise towards the upside, where from there we got a big rejection towards the downside, established a new range low, got a rise towards the upside, okay, front run the range high. So yeah, there was no trade to be had there. Of course, there was this possible trade here that we didn't actually enter into because I didn't see all of the confluence that I would have liked to see. And then again here, we front run range high, so there was no short to be had there. We long this, okay, then we got stopped out for a break even trade. And yeah, now we are longing this. So, you know, it's been a nice range to trade. I always like to judge how the ranges have been to trade, because the majority of the time the ranges are just, you know, amazing to trade and just so easy and simple to trade. This range, you know, is probably on the lower end of the rankings because, you know, it has been a bit frustrating at times trying to trade this range, but initially it's been a profitable range that we have traded. So, you know, I'm not too worried about it at all. Not too worried about it. Let's see what's cracking with the other charts. Let's take a quick look at Ethereum. Yeah, I mean, Ethereum has had a nice rise towards the upside since, you know, taking out the series of lows from down here, these series of lows here. We failed auctioned on Ethereum, you know, so possible nice long entry from here, to be honest with you. I would just like to come over to the order flow and actually have a look at what the order flow is saying on Ethereum though before saying that's a long setup. Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking locally, I wouldn't say it's a long setup, but you know, looking on the broader scale of it, you know, we are very bullish. We are very bullish. You know, just huge short absorption coming in all over the place. That's how you know we are in a bull market. And you know, it's like when you're in a bear market as well. You know you're in a bear market, not because the price is dumping, but because you're seeing long absorption after long absorption after long absorption. You know, because we are seeing, or what you experience is those people who are sort of in denial about where we are in the cycle. You know, you get people in bull markets who are constantly shorting, and it's not to say that I'm not shorting myself. Of course I'm taking shorts, but I'm not holding those shorts open for long. I'm taking profit pretty quickly off those short positions because I understand that we're in a bull market. And you know, it's like being in a bear market as well. There are people that are going to be in denial about being in a bear market. They're like, no, we're not in a bear market, we're in a super cycle, as they like to call it. Okay, those are the people that are in denial, that are longing as the price retraces. Okay, and again, you know, in a bear market I do take longs, okay, but I keep the longs open for a shorter period of time, whereas the shorts in a bear market I will tend to have open for a longer period of time. And it's not because, you know, it is because I choose so, but in some cases it's not always because I choose to close the trade earlier. Okay, well, in a bear market, close the long earlier. It tends to be that, you know, I will take a long trade, the price will rise, I'll take my TP1, I'll take my TP2, my stop losses at entry, I'll let the rest of the trade ride, but then price retraces and comes and hits the stop loss at entry. So, you know, it's you know, yes, it's my decision to exit the long, because of course I'm moving the stop loss to entry, and you know, I'm taking profits along the way up. But you know, if you didn't decide anyway, the market would just decide for you, and it would, you know, it would give you some nice profits and give you some nice opportunities to take TPs as the price is rising. But you know, very quickly you will see that the price does pull back. You know, and that's, you know, what a lot of people are doing in this bull market. They're going to be trying to short. You know, they're in denial about the price being in a bull market. There are that you may not believe it, but there are people like that who are just constantly shorting along the way up. And yeah, it's not the way to be. You need to, you know, really just zoom out. If we take a look at Bitcoin and we just zoom out, okay, on the charts. Let me get rid of Mexi for a second, so that you can actually see. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, you can see the huge short absorption that is going on. You know, you can see, you know, even zooming into the candles, you can just see the amount of shorts are opening up. You know, 48 million in this candle alone, 48 million shorts. You know, you look at this. You know, look at the dark patches. Okay, you can see mega dark patch there, mega dark patch there, mega dark patch there. Let's zoom into this one. I'm liking the look of this one here. Let's see, minus 26 million, minus 21 million, minus 23 million. Okay, you know, it's astonishing as well. Look at all of these shorts, okay, opening up in these candles right here. All of the shorts opening up in these candles, okay. You have, let's have a look here, right? So you have 6, 7, okay. You have 70 million shorts opening up in these 3 1-hour candles. 70 million, okay. And then look what price does. It rises, okay. It rises from there. Of course, yeah, later on it does pull back, but you know, it rises, and all of these shorts would have, well, a large majority of these shorts would have got liquidated up here. A large majority of them. And this is what tends to happen, and this is, you know, what we take advantage of here at Bit Trading is, as you can see here, what do we see? okay, as you were seeing 70 million shorts opening up as price was pulling back here, what did you see? You got those shorts getting wrecked, coming up to take the high one more time, and then you got the big move towards the downside, okay? So, you know, the 70 million shorts that were opening up here weren't actually being that stupid, okay? They weren't actually being that stupid because the price eventually did pull back, okay? But I can almost guarantee you that the majority of these shorts right here did end up closing their trades up here, okay? Then you got the SFP of the high, as you can see right there, SFP of the high, and then you got the move towards the downside. So, you know, this is what the markets like to do. It likes to wash out the silly money, and the silly 70 million of silly money was just completely wrecked right here with this rise towards the upside. And then the big dogs come in, and then then they make their money. Okay, that's exactly what happened. The big dogs come in, take the high, okay, up here, liquidity grab, because all of these shorts are going to have their stop loss at the high, okay, and then what do? Bang, dump the price. Look at that huge dump there. Look at that huge dump, okay? And you have to remember, right? Even zoom in, right? I've put Mexi back up again, but let me get rid of Mexi again. You can just look at it, okay? You don't have to look at the numbers. You can just look at the darker red patches here on the delta, okay? The darker red patches. You can see, okay, that even here, okay, when we got that pullback, we didn't see nearly as many shorts open up here, okay, in this area than we did here, okay. As you can see, it very clearly stated by the dark patches, okay. And as you can see, as the price starts to move down, okay, you can hardly see any shorts opening up here, hardly any shorts. Then of course, yes, when you get the bigger move towards the downside, then you start seeing the shorts opening up, okay. But once you start to see the heavy shorts opening up, what then happens? Price rises towards the upside. It's quite astonishing, and you know, it's just, you know, and this is what we here at BitTrading we take advantage of. We know, okay, when we see this, okay, when we see these dark patches, when we zoom in, okay, and we see 70 million shorts opening up here, we know that these people are going to get wrecked. We just know it, okay? We know it. We know price is going to go up for a liquidity grab, and we know that we're going to sweep that liquidity, and then we're going to get the pullback. So we enter into the trade here. We don't enter into the trade here, okay? It's just simple. It's just simple trading. You know, and not many people know about it. Not many people know about it. Okay. You know, another example here. Let's have a look. Right. Darker red patch here. Okay. Yeah. We've already had the movement towards the downside. We've already had the initial pullback. Then we start to see the darker red patches come in. Okay. You can see minus 12, minus 19, minus 15, minus 15, minus 24. The amount of shorts that are opening up here, the amount of shorts, you know, that's almost 70 million as well. Okay, then you get the rise towards the upside, okay, probably wiping out a lot of these shorts, okay, and then you get the move towards the downside. And again, what happens, okay, you have the move towards the downside, okay, and what happens? Minus 63 million, minus 22 million, okay, shorts opening up. Then what happens to the price? The price rises. You know, then you get the darker red patch when you see price pulling back again. You know, it's just plain and simple. Okay, trading against silly money is the only way you trade, because that is how the institutions trade. Okay, and of course the institutions are the ones that are making the big money. So of course you want to be doing what they're doing, and this is what they're doing. Okay, and that's, you know, pretty much what we teach here. And, you know, that's how I trade as well. It's really simple, really simple. And, you know, I know people look at this and, you know, they think, and this isn't even the most daunting thing, but people look at this and they think it's daunting. But, you know, wait till, yeah, I mean, just an example, you know, people look at this and you're like, what the hell are you looking at? Okay, you know, it looks daunting, but I promise you it's very simple. All you have to do is invest a little bit of time into it, and you know, you'll understand it. It's pretty simple to understand. You know, just invest in, invest a bit of time into it, and you will understand it. It's very, very simple. I mean, it's advanced, yes, but you know, once you understand it, you can use it like clockwork. It's very, very simple. So, where are we here? Ethereum. Yeah, so I was talking about the failed auction, wasn't I? Yeah, you know, that's also a valid long for me. Also a valid long on Ethereum, to be honest with you. I'm not going to take it because I've missed the entry. You know, I personally would have entered into the trade probably somewhere down here, to be honest with you. I would have checked what the reaction was like on EXO, and yeah, then made my decision off of that. But yeah, let's see what's cracking with Bitcoin. Let's see what's cracking. You know, it's nice that we've actually seemed to have reclaimed session VWAP here, because prior, what we did, okay, you can see session VWAP starts here. Okay, session VWAP started here. Okay, this is, you know, that time in between sessions. Okay, but session VWAP started here. All right, we've been respecting it all morning. Okay, we've been below it all morning, rejected from it here. Okay, tested it here, rejection, retested it here, rejection. Okay, that's of course when we took profit on the original long. Now what have we done? Well, we've actually broken above session, retested it as support, and we are actually getting a slight bounce of it. So to be honest with you, that's quite bullish for me. I quite like that. I do quite like that. Let's USDT. Yeah, I mean, I do really see this going higher. Of course, we are coming into some more resistance up here, but you know, I still would like to see it come higher. We'll have to see. See if we can. It would be nice if we could get the move in this live stream. It would be really nice, but you know, we also have to be aware that yes, we've had a really impulsive move here. We're now coming into resistance. We're seeing price slowing down a little bit, so you know, we may see something, you know, like something like this, and then we get the move towards the upside. Yeah, of course, it's coming into the evening now. Here in the UK, it is quite late. It is, what's the time? It is 20 past 10. 20 past 10 in the evening, and then of course America, which is another big market as well. They're coming into 6 o'clock. Hey Siri, what time is it in America?
In Washington, D.C., United States of America, it's 5:21 p.m.
There we go, 5:21. So you know, they're coming into their evening. You know, it's that sort of time when they're getting ready to leave work, or you know, even driving home from work as well. I'm talking about, you know, sort of institutional traders as well. So you know, the bigger institutional traders aren't really going to be trading at this time. Okay, and you know, those are the traders that do really move the markets. So yeah, you know, it's coming to the end of the day in America as well. So you know, we could see the volatility drop off here a little bit. But yeah, let's update the fixed range. See. I am actually gonna pull up PP as as well. So look at the PVP. Yeah, I mean that is quite nice. Okay, so of course we have the session range here. Okay, you can see session range starts here at midnight, Monday the 1st of April, and then of course it is currently 10:20, so we haven't finished this session as of right now, but you know, we have reclaimed the value area low of today's session. We've had a nice rise towards the upside. Again, you know, we've got the session POC. We've broken that. We backtested it as support, and we are now bouncing off of that. You know, so I would be expecting session range high, which is, you know, pretty close above us, and that's coming in confluence with the POC and mid-range of the parallel channel. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm still happy for price to come to mid-range. I'm still pretty confident that that's going to happen. Whether or not we break above that and we come up to value area high and range high, of course, I'm unsure about that. Of course, if we break above it, then yes, I would be happy to say that value area high and range high could be tapped. But if we reject off of it, you know, then we could be looking at price coming back possibly. But yeah, this is another, you know, I like to talk in these live streams. I also like to talk about tools that I use. So I went on a rant the other day about the Anchored VWAP and how amazing the Anchored VWAP is at, you know, long entries and short, well, just trade entries in general. So, you know, I could go on a really long rant. I try and hold myself back from it, but this PvP is also a really amazing tool as well. So yeah, just type in PvP on indicators. It is a really nice tool because, you know, if you're coming into the range low for the day, okay, for the session, range low for the session, and this is, you know, good for day traders. If you're coming into range low for the session and you actually reclaim the range low, okay, then you're actually looking for, of course, POC. If you can get above the POC, then you're looking for range high of the session, okay? And even if you're coming into the next day, you can still expect the range high of the session to, you know, to be tapped, okay, from previous day value area high, okay? And, you know, it goes for shorts as well. You can be short in value area high, you know, down to POC, down to range low. It's, you know, it's valid. Of course, these are only going to be day trades, of course. So you have to be aware of that. But that's another really interesting tool as well, PvP. And you can change sessions actually as well. You can go 1 day, go 1 hour. That's, you know, for your scalp traders. You can go 1 week. You can go 1 month. So yeah, that's a really handy tool that I like to use quite a lot. It's been a really nice long trade for us. As you can see, currently sat in $4,000 in a profit. Of course, we have our unrealized. Sorry, that's unrealized, and then we have our realized, which is 2,500. Really nice trade here. if there is anyone in the chat, yeah, just say hello. And if there's anything you want me to look at, of course, we can have a little peek at them. How long have we been live for? 42 minutes. I'll probably end the stream soon, just because there's not really anyone in here. You know, this is a point where I'd like to, you know, answer any of your guys' questions, but if there's no one here, then there's no questions to be answered. But yeah, I'll leave it a little bit, see if anyone drops in, and yeah. I mean, for the rest of this week, we can talk about that a little bit. For the rest of this week, what can we expect? Well, pretty simple really. All we can expect is continuation towards the upside, and you know, continuing to trade this range until this range initially breaks, which I'd prefer the range to break towards the upside, of course, but I don't really mind, to be honest with you, because if we come up to range high, we see a SFP failed auction of range high, then we're looking for a short down to range low. We could break the range towards the downside, and then we could look for much lower prices. That is, you know, a possible scenario. So you know, as long as I'm in a short trade to take advantage of that, if that happens, then I'm more than happy to see that happen. And likewise, you know, if we break towards the upside, I'm more than happy. I don't really care, just as long as I'm in a trade, which of course you can see down here. I am currently in a long position, so I will be taking advantage of that rise towards the upside if that is what occurs. So yeah, like last week, we spent all week in this range, and yeah, I'm just going to continue to trade this range until it breaks initially. Nothing more to it, to be honest with you. It's just very basic. Getting a little bit of a pump here, a little bit of a pump. Just go on the 1 minute chart. It's always quite fun, isn't it? Or the 1 second. Oh, yeah. Whoever trades on the 1 second, I haven't even got the correct membership to check out the 1 second. Just got the 1 minute there. I'm getting a bit tired, to be honest with you, so I probably will end the live stream soon. But yeah, almost 100% in a profit. To be honest, the percentage doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. Percentage really doesn't matter. Just touching on another thing as well, I'm using 51x leverage, as you can see here. You know, and I know I get a few comments every now and then saying, you know, why are you using so much leverage? Where's your risk management? And you have to factor in, but I am using my risk management. I'm just using my risk management in a more, for me anyway, in a more safe way, and a more logical way, to be honest with you, because, you know, what's the point of having, for example, what's the point? Say you had $1,000 to trade with. What's the point of having $1,000 on an exchange, trading with, say you trade with $1,000 as well, with 10x leverage when you can have $100 on an exchange and trade with 100x leverage, and you've still got the same risk to reward ratio? Because 10x leverage, if let's say you're willing to risk $100, okay, on your $1,000, okay, so you're willing to risk, so let's say 10%. I know that's rubbish risk management, but just for an example, easy maths, okay. You're willing to lose that $100. What's the point of having all of that money on the exchange and locking up all your money into one single trade? Leverage is there to enable you to put your money elsewhere as well. Okay, that's what it's for. It's there to leverage a portion, or a very small portion, of your portfolio. That's exactly what I do. How much have I actually put on this? My margin is $4,500, so 0.06 Bitcoin. Okay, which, to be honest with you, isn't a lot. I haven't put a lot. I'm talking in Bitcoin terms. Okay, yes, of course, it's a lot of money. $4,500. It's it is a lot of money for some people, but 0.06 Bitcoin I've put on this, where if I was using, let's say, 10x leverage, or even just like 2x leverage, I'd have much more Bitcoin on this exchange. And I don't really like having, after what happened to FTX, I don't really like having money on an exchange, to be honest with you. So for me, this is using higher leverage with lower margin is better risk management than using more margin and lower leverage. It just is, because if I'm using lower margin, higher leverage, then I have lower capital on the exchange in the first place. So it's just common knowledge, to be honest with you, for me. Some people don't get it. I understand that, but I've been doing this for a long time, and I've had I put high margin into trades, and with low leverage, and for me it's always having that. Especially when FTX crashed, you have to have that confidence in that exchange, that exchange is never going to go down. And I can guarantee you now, there were people saying that FTX would never fail, but look what happened to FTX. As much as I love Bybit is my favorite exchange, but I can't sit here and tell you that Bybit's never ever gonna collapse. Okay, of course, I don't think it's going to collapse, and it may never ever collapse, but there is always that possibility that it does collapse. And that is my favorite exchange to trade on, even though I'm trading on Mexi. Okay, I do live in the UK, so that's why I'm trading on Mexi at the moment. Just need to get residency somewhere else, and I can trade on Bybit again, which I'd prefer. I'd rather support Bybit than an exchange like Mexi. I don't know how much I trust Mexi either, because they have zero maker and 0.02% taker fees, so extremely low fees, which is great, of course, but how sustainable is that? I don't know. BingX is another good one. BingX is another good one, I think. But then again, BingX, I used it when Bybit didn't allow me to use their exchange anymore, and shortly after, then BingX said that I couldn't use their exchange either. So I mean, I could use their exchange, but I had to use a VPN, and sometimes I don't always like having a VPN on. Of course, I do use a VPN, but I don't always like to use a VPN because sometimes when you have your VPN on, certain things don't work. So sometimes I like to switch my VPN off, and then you know, of course, I can't use BingX if my VPN is off. Yeah, I mean, we've tapped POC. We've tapped POC here, so, you know, again, I've already taken profit off of this trade. Already taken some nice profit off the trade. Stop loss as an entry. I could take more profit off the table here, to be honest with you. Let's do that. Let's take some more profit off the table here, just on live for you, and then so let's market. They're gonna let me do 10%. I don't like how it doesn't have 10%. Oh, where are we going? Where are we going? Right, so I much prefer closing my trades on my phone, to be honest with you. Let's just do a little test though. On your phone it's a lot easier because it's just like you just slide it. They make it so easy for you. I wish they did it on the computer. But I want to show you actually me closing some of this. So let's just test it with 0.2 quantity in Bitcoin. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, there you go. I got it now. Yeah, usually I would take, to be honest with you, I actually never take profit on the computer. I always take profit on my phone just because they make it so easy for you. So easy to take profit. I guess that's why it's quite addicting, because it's so easy to enter into a trade as well. Whenever I enter into a trade, I enter into a trade on my phone, just because it's so simple. I don't have to type anything in. I just slide a little slider. It's just so easy. It's probably one of my favourite things to do when actually trading, is just slide that little thing. It's just, they make it so easy. Yeah, I wanted to actually take a little bit more profit off the table there. I didn't. Yeah, that was just more of a test there, right? Let's do 0.5 Bitcoin. There you go. Boom. There we go. Taking some more profit off the table. You know, we're coming into some resistance here. Can never be too cautious. Remember, we do have our stop loss at. Let's move this back here. Yeah, so our stop loss is, you can still see it there. Our stop loss is there. Sorry, I've scrolled away from it. There's our stop loss, 68,610, which is just above our entry by a few dollars, just so we don't pay any fees, even though the fees are so minimal anyway. But yeah. Oh. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I mean, volume's quite low, so I'm not really expecting a continuation move from, well, like a huge continuation move from here. You know, of course we've got resistance above us, so of course, you know, like I said earlier, if we're gonna break above POC mid-range, then of course we're looking value area high, range high. Those are the next targets that we have. But yeah, also, you know, we could see price pullback from here, exactly like we did see there, which is a possibility. Which is like, you know, like I said, I've taken profit, made the stop loss to entry, making it a risk-free trade for ourselves. Right, to be honest with you, I think I'm going to end the live stream there. I think that's it. So, yeah, I'll end the live stream there. Thank you for anyone who's been watching. I don't think anyone's been watching, to be honest with you. But, yeah, of course, any Visionary members, I will see you in the Visionary Discord. And I will continue to update you in there, of course. And of course, daily market update tomorrow for the Visionary members, and then I probably will do a video in the morning. Yeah, in the morning I'll probably do a video for you guys because yeah, I'll update you on what I'm looking for tomorrow as well. Give you a bit of a daily bias as well. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for me, of course. You know, we've taken some more profit off of the long, as you can see here, $3,333 in realized profit. And then we have still around $3,000 in unrealized profit as well, which, yeah, like I said, I'm going to let ride, okay? We're going to see if we can break above mid-range and POC right here, which is, of course, acting as resistance right now. If we can get above this, then we're looking for value area high. If we get above value area high, we're looking for range high. If we get above range high, we're looking for all-time high. Okay, my bias hasn't changed. I'm still looking for all-time high. The most probable scenario in my head and the most probable scenario I see happening is all-time highs as of right now. Just because I honestly believe that we are incredibly bullish as of right now. If anything changes, of course, the first people to know about it will be the people on the Visionary Discord, where I give all of my trades away. If you want access to this, first link in the description, it will take you over to this page right here, where you can gain access to the membership, where you get access to the Discord and the courses where I teach you my strategy. Or you can just go for the Visionary free trial, where you get 1 day free access to the Visionary Discord. So yeah, make sure you take full advantage of that. And yeah, just one last look at the charts. As you can see here, resistance. So yeah, that's why I've taken more profit off the table. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you over